Previously, on this series, the two episodes, Trump Betting It All and The Milan Doctrine, looked at trade economics and monetary policy. Those who understood them loved them. Those who didn't, watched twice, 3 times, until they got it. No worries, both episodes are linked at the end of this one so you don't have to go digging. With massive deficits and skyrocketing national debt, and a chronic trade imbalance, besides Trump's tariff war, is there another way? There is. One of them? Obama's TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership. But why build a brand new multilateral trade deal outside the WTO? Was Obama's TPP the right prescription? Was Trump right to kill it? To answer that, we need to understand where TPP came from and what it really meant. TPP and TTIP were the twin pillars of a 21st century U.S. grand strategy. TPP for Asia-Pacific Economic Rules, TTIP for Transatlantic Economic Integration. Together, they were America's attempt to write the rules of global trade. Both were killed by Trump's America First doctrine. The idea first surfaced under George W. Bush in 2008, then was driven forward by Obama. So yes, it was a rare bipartisan strategic consensus. The core logic, WTO couldn't handle next-gen trade rules. So the US needed a new table to sit at, and write the rules. Conveniently, for small countries, facing economic isolation and irrelevance, had already started a new framework. Bush and Obama saw the opportunity, and Obama expanded it into a 12-nation pact aligned with the US military and diplomatic pivot to Asia-Pacific. The TPP had 3 goals. Let the US write the rules of the Asia-Pacific game. Pull supply chains, standards, and legal systems toward American norms. Pressure the archrival, join on our terms, or get left out. It was, in essence, a NATO for trade, and the parallels run deep. More on that in our long-form write-up. When Trump killed it, he declared it a victory for American workers. The punchline? He later begged to rejoin. Japan's Abe, unimpressed, refused to renegotiate. Biden understands TPP's strategic value, but the window is closed. Political will is gone. Now, anti-globalization has become the new consensus, shared by the far right, the far left, and Trump's nationalist faction of the GOP. The new Cold War only made the US retreat from leadership even faster. Let's skip the poetry. Let's do the math. The 11 remaining TPP countries offer a perfect sample for comparing trade outcomes. 3 key questions. What's the US trade balance with each of them? How equal are the tariffs? TPP versus Trump's tariff war, which works better? On goods, the biggest trade deficits are with Vietnam, Mexico, Japan, and Canada. The most unequal tariffs come from Vietnam and Malaysia. The original 4 TPP founding nations, Singapore, New Zealand, Chile, and Brunei, along with Australia, have few tariffs and minimal goods imbalance. Peru protects its agriculture, because it has to survive. Now add services, which is key. Service exports cancel out much of the goods deficit. The loudest complaints come from those watching US manufacturing suffer, claiming that Wall Street thrives on and moderates shrug off the suffering. But when you include services, the US trade deficit with the TPP 11 shrinks dramatically. With Mexico, Canada, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Japan, it drops by an entire order of magnitude. With Singapore, New Zealand, Australia, the US runs a surplus. So, should the US punish them all with tariffs? You tell me. Service exports include tourism, finance, education, and intellectual property. Trump's trade war crushed tourism, rattled finance, terrified education, and drove away top talent. Killing our service edge to save low-end manufacturing, which makes up less than 10% of GDP? Penny wise, pound foolish? Yes, manufacturing matters. We'll cover that in a future episode. But for now, would TPP help reduce the trade deficit and benefit the US? Short answer, yes. Trade deficits shrink when services are included. Tariff asymmetries, especially in Japan and Mexico's AG sector, make the goods imbalance worse, but removing those protections would wreck their domestic farmers. And let's be honest, who would trust Trump with their food supply? Simulations show that if the US had stayed in TPP, total trade deficit with TPP countries would shrink by $20 to $30 billion. Goods deficit alone would fall from $70 billion to $50-60 billion. Lower tariffs, better market access, more competitive exports. Why not take the win? Because then came the revolution. A good revolution liberates, renovates productivity, pushes progress, expands horizons. A bad revolution breaks systems, mocks laws, erodes dignity, and shatters society. In 2025, Trump sells his own revolution. Economic nationalism. America first. Fortress America. The world is robbing us. We don't need them. But Trump has no serious policies. He steals Kennedy's tax cuts, copies Reagan's slogans, borrows Gingrich's chaos politics, then adds his own zero-sum ego. His nationalism is just his ego writ large. If there's leverage, he'll use it to the hilt. No leverage? He'll invent it. Invent a crisis. Invent a man-made disaster. Then declare a national emergency. Nationalism doesn't distinguish friend from foe. Everyone is the enemy. TPP versus tariffs, two visions, two futures. One sees America as the only superpower, leading by ideas and alliances, turning advantages into long-term influence. The other sees the world as hostile, fights everyone, trusts no one, and clings to power through rage and nostalgia. Milan had a plaza dream: use tariffs as a threat, force allies into deals, devalue the dollar while keeping dollar supremacy, to bring back Rust Belt jobs. That dream thrilled Trump. But it had holes everywhere. Trade deficits don't fix tariff imbalances. If they could, why punish low-deficit countries like Singapore and Australia? Tariffs aren't a cure-all. If they were, why is the US fiscal position even worse after the last trade war? Maximum pressure, minimal results. The world figured him out fast. Trump's base? Applauding wildly. Allies? Confused. Rivals? Grinning. Rural rednecks revolt. Urban whitenecks rebels. All driven by instinct and gut, not logic, not cost, not consequence. Problem is, they still need a theory. A mouthpiece. An enforcer. Someone to break things, fast. Move fast and break things. Enter, Bannon, Navarro, Musk, Milan. Waves of disruption, using left-right chaos to crush the moderate center and bury the classic American model. How does it end? Can it end? Can America find a way out? Next episode, we go there. What do you think? Comments, questions, pushback, all welcome. If you like this, please subscribe and share. Thanks for watching Zindom USA. I'm Feng Ming. See you next time.